Generating a new splash screen not only makes it look nice, but it also can generate subscriber growth. Look at this webpage. Look at all the different splash screens that are out there. Notice that the counts are very, very high. It basically shows you that if you pay a little bit of attention to the look, you can generate better subscriber growth. I'm now going into one of my first videos from Rattle's World. And you notice that my first video, I really don't have any splash screen on it. Look at the views, just 16, while someone else in the same category is doing 100 times better. By putting a same look and feel on it, it will attract the customers to your video. The way you do that is you hit the profile key, and from the profile you hit your channels. Now I'm in the actual channel itself, and I'm highlighting the video that needs the attention. By selecting Customize Channel, let's wait for it to come up. It gives you the ability now to select the content of that video. From the video, you select the video itself, and that is where you would be able to begin to create your thumbnail. Just scroll down a little bit and you notice right over there, upload thumbnail. There's nothing in there. So we're going to today show you how to create a thumbnail and making a very, very attractive splash screen for your video. First thing I would do is select my application called Keynote. This is what I'm using in order for me to create the thumbnails. It's free on the Mac. All you have to do is download it. And it's quite simple to use. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing so you have a good head start when you're creating your splash screen. Select Keynote, and the first thing that comes up is a wide range of varieties. From recent to basic to minimal, bold. You can go to editorial, portfolio. The list goes on and on. They give you a lot of choices. Just select the one that you feel most comfortable with. You can always change it once you have it up. Okay, so you're not prone to actually having to use that particular style. I'm going to use the basic template. Now, what's important over here is that I don't need to use all these different areas. If I don't want to use it, all you have to do is select it with your mouse and select the delete key. Select with your mouse, select delete key. Now, I like to put my picture up on the right, and I like to put the presentation style on the upper left. So basically, I'm making it shorter and I'm moving it to the left. Now, my picture. What's very nice about this product is that it has a click and drag functionality. So if you have any kind of picture that you would like to put in, all you have to do is just drag it right in and it'll come up. The other way to do it is through the media sources. If you select media, hit photos, you can put movies up, webs, musics, all that stuff. This presentation is really not about Keynote. It's about how to create the thumbnail using Keynote, but not an entire tutorial on Keynote. So we're going to leave it as that. So for now, I have my picture up here, and you know what? It has a lot of noise in it, a lot of things that I really don't want people to see. Okay. So what I'm first going to do here is I'm going to make it a little bit larger, and then I'm going to use my selection called image. Okay. And before I do that, I want to crop this up a little bit. So I'm going to double click on it and make sure that this little, box-like icon is highlighted. Well, once you do that and you double click, you now have a chance to prop up your picture. So you can eliminate a lot of the noise, okay? Eliminating a lot of noise is good because now you want to focus on just what you want to put on your presentation and not have everything else showing up, right? Because no one really cares about the other features. They only care about what you want to provide. So I'm going to select done here. And now I want to use this option called Instant Alpha. Instant Alpha is a unique tool that will start getting rid of all of the noise for you. So I'm going to start getting rid by just selecting the area. As you notice, see how it's now turning the background of what your background is. So if I have white, it's going to turn white. If you have blue, it turns blue. It turns to whatever color your presentation or the template that you selected. Made a mistake, hit edit, say undo, undo until it's done. And now go back in and start getting rid of all of the noise again that you don't need. Almost done here. Now remember that you don't need to do all of this because you did use crop, right? So on the final selection, crop is actually going to eliminate all this noise anyway. But however, while I have it, let me just get rid of it. And I have a little bit over here, so let's get rid of that. Perfect, right? So now let's go back and select done. See that? It's starting to look better and better as it is, huh? Who's this handsome guy? Anyway, let's start getting rid of a little bit more over here, I noticed. So let's hit Alpha again. Let's get rid of that over there, I think, and over here, like that. And let's make sure we just get rid of this. Oops, went too much. Go back to say undo. And let's go back and say done. A little bit more. Let's do a little bit more over there. Okay, that should do it. Done. Now remember, this particular video is more about an error message to show the users how to remove a particular QuickTime error message and allow screen recording. So I want to show the error message on my thumbnail, on my splash screen. So an easy way to do that is actually take a screenshot using QuickTime Player. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the screenshot through my video that I created prior, and then take a snapshot of that particular error message and put it on my thumbnail. I'm going to open up my YouTube video folder, and I'm going to bring up one of the videos that I used way back when. And that's the first thing that shows up is the error message, which is great. So at this time, I'm going to hit QuickTime. I'm going to do a right click, do new screen recording. As you can see, it's already selected, but however, it does give you the ability to move it to where you would like it. Remember that you don't want all that noise in the background because it looks sloppy. So just move it to the right area. Very simple to do, guys. To the right area like this. I think this should do it. I'm leaving a little bit more of the border. You see the gray area over here? So I don't capture anything of the background. I think it's important that the message shows up and nothing of the background. Once you feel that you successfully captured the image, press capture. And that creates a snapshot of the image, as you can see here. Then go to the untitled area, name it, call it QuickTime Player Error Message. I'm saying it's located on my desktop, and it's now created. It's now called QuickTime Error Message. Let's go take it now, everybody, and let's drag it in. I can get rid of this now. Let's drag this into the presentation, which I'm doing now. You see it? Now, we'll just make it a little bit bigger, and we'll move it around a little bit. Look at that. This is nice. And now, from the text, we're going to say, how to remove the error message the quick. Let's do QuickTime player error message. Perfect. I'm just going to make it a little bit more neater. Let's make this, because it's a title, we'll make it all caps or appropriately. And now we have the error message showing up here. I think this is a great thumbnail. I like to change the color of the background. I want this to be very catchy. I want people to look at, to first look at it, all the other ones, right? As I said before, I'm looking for subscribers, I'm looking for growth, and I don't think white's going to do it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to select the background. Select the background over here. All of a sudden, the format shows up. You have colors to choose from. Click on the color grid, and then you get to choose any kind of color that you want. For me, it's an error message, so I'm looking more like a red type of thing. Plus, I think it's more flashy, so people are going to be looking at it more. So let's save that. Now, one more thing too. When you save the file, you don't want to save it as Keynote. I'm going to save as Keynote just for backup purposes. But when you want to put it into YouTube, it has to be like a JPEG or some kind of file format. So you want to hit images. All right. If you hit images, you get to choose from different types of images. You save JPEG, PNG, TIFF, so forth. I want to save it as JPEG. So we're going to hit next. And then you get to name it. I'm going to name it with JPEG on it. JPEG, right? And hit export. So now you're basically done with this. I'm kind of happy with the way this looks. I look very serious. Maybe next time I should put a smile on my face. But I guess an error message is really serious anyway, right? Anyway, so we're good. I'm going to close out of here. And now we're going to put it into the YouTube. So open up Safari, like what we did last time. Let me get my Safari page out. This is it. Now, as you can see, I already put something in already, but it's not a big deal. If it's the first time, you just click on it, you hit download. For me, I'm going to make a change. And we're going to go back into the YouTube video folder. I just created this one over here. We're going to now put the new one in, which is, this new one is actually, it's the same one as I did before, but that's okay. Now I have the thumbnail, I have my intro, everything like that. Let's save this, buddy. Now it's saved. So guess what? I'm not gonna have that boring old look anymore. Now we're looking at the thumbnail. It's gonna be quite interesting. So let's go back to YouTube, and now let's do the lookup, right? So put in Rado's World, Rado's World, right? And what are we gonna put here? QuickTime, right? QuickTime player, QuickTime. And here we go. Now I have my splash screen. Now let's see if my views are going to increase. I bet they are going to increase. So I'm going to be looking at this. I'll probably be monitoring it and giving you guys more updates. If you felt this video was useful, please subscribe. Please hit subscribe. We are going to have a lot of fun this year. I have a lot of things that we're going to put on YouTube. You're going to be very interested in this. If you found this to be helpful, there's going to be a lot more to come. So please press subscribe. Really need your input too as well. So if you feel free, put your inputs too as well, then we can move forward from there. Have a good one. Thank you very much for your time, and have